Ray Rudowski took a closer look at sleep and the problems associated with it and joins us now live. Ray?
Thanks very much. The Exxon Valdez disaster, countless plane crashes, even some exams that we failed have all been caused in part from a lack of sleep. But as I learned, often even doctors don't recognize the difference between occasional sleep problems and real sleep disorders.
Don't look down at your books. Lift your heads up and sing. You all know it by heart.
Reverend Ed Scarlett has lived a very double life.
161.
You see, Reverend Ed suffers from narcolepsy.
What I describe as a black blanket coming down over top of everything, and I just lose consciousness. I was driving out to Edmonton, and I drove off the left-hand side of the road at 70 miles an hour and woke up going down the ditch.
Close to 25% of Canadians suffer from some form of sleep disorder. Many don't even realize they have a problem until it's too late, and getting help isn't always easy. Here at the University Hospital's Sleep Disorder Clinic, there's an 8-month waiting period. Mike Von Arx suffers from sleep apnea.
I'll stop breathing and then I'll wake up, supposedly wake up with a gasping for air, but I don't remember any of this.
Throughout his life, Mike always fell asleep during the day, but doctors didn't realize he actually had a disorder.
Medical schools teach less than an hour per the entire medical school curriculum on sleep and sleep disorders, and so I think that physicians perhaps are not as aware of the scope of sleep problems.
This is a demonstration of how patients are diagnosed at the University Hospital's Sleep Disorder Clinic. Technicians monitor a patient's vital signs to see exactly what's wrong.
He's got a little chin twitch there, and he's got a leg twitch here, and that could make you tired during the day.
And it may affect us mentally as well, in the sense that it may affect our mood, our sense of well-being. So if we have inadequate sleep at night, then we see people getting irritable.
Here are some do's and don'ts to improving your sleep. Do go to bed and get up at the same times every day. Exercise in the morning, and have a wind-down period just before bed. Don't exercise at night. Don't have your room too hot or too cold. Don't nap during the day. And don't drink alcohol to help you fall asleep.
The problem is you begin to withdraw from the alcohol fairly soon after you consume it, and so therefore throughout the night your sleep is very fragmented and you don't get the kind of deep sleep that you probably need.
Be a friend to me.
Since Reverend Ed discovered his problem is real, his prayers have been answered. And Mike Von Arx now sleeps with an oxygen pump, and for the first time in his life, he's been able to dream.
To wake up and have your first dream, it's quite the experience.
Ray Rudowski, ITV News at 10. There are more than 80 different sleep disorders. Some are fatal, but most are treatable if properly diagnosed.
So, Ray, what is the difference between a sleep disorder and, say, insomnia, just not being able to get enough sleep?
Well, if you started to nod off during my story, I'd say you have a problem. But seriously, if you've had about 6 weeks of sleep problems and it begins to interfere with your day-to-day activities, and you can't blame it on something like, say, a big exam or a wedding or something like that, then you should talk to your family doctor, who might then give you a referral to the Sleep Disorder Clinic.
So what's the proper amount of sleep that we should be getting each night?
Well, how many hours do you get a night?
I'd say about 7 or 8.
Yeah, that's about average. About the average is about 7 to 8, but really it depends on how much you need to feel completely rested the next day. So sleep is a very individual thing. Most people need about 7 to 8 hours like we do. Others need more, some need less.
Okay, thanks very much, Ray. And here's the number for more information.